Hey, ladies. Welcome to Black Women Making Money. We are the home of the upwardly mobile Black woman. Here with a little disappointing news, but expected with regard to DEI's days being numbered. We've been preaching that a lot on this channel. The Fearless Fund, their appeal was denied yesterday. And we're going to read a little bit about this article. And I'm going to tell you right now, 30 seconds into the video, the answer to this for you as an individual woman is networking, networking, networking. People have to know who you are, what you do, why you're great at it, that you're dependable. We can sit here, we can cry over what's happening with DEI, or you as an individual woman can take things in your own hands and blaze your own path. The people that I know who have raised, the Black women, I should say, Black women that I know who have raised over $1 million for their businesses, they did it because they knew people. They did it because they knew people. They may have gotten a grant like this, but the ones that I know did not get grants like this. They went, they networked in certain places. Yes, they had it harder than other people do, especially white men. Yes, we can say that. However, they networked their way to success, ladies. You cannot sit in a corner and expect it to be promoted. You cannot sit in a corner and say, I don't understand why these people want to talk to me at work and expect to get promotable tasks. You cannot sit in a corner in your house, in your cubicle, and expect to level up. Upwardly mobile Black women network, network, network. Networking is the only way that you are going to elevate from this. I cannot say this enough. If you have children, you should be networking once a month at least. If you are childless, once a week at least. Go to happy hour with people, have lunch with people, get a really good mentor, get a really good sponsor at work, get a really good business mentor if you're in business. The reason I said a couple of days ago, you should not be jumping up and down happy because of what happened to Donald Trump is because now the legal systems have always, been used in order to have people kind of enforce their thought and their way of thinking. However, now with this whole Donald Trump thing, it's going to be 10 times worse, ladies. And this grant program, this article says it, and a couple of other articles that I read, this grant program for business women, business Black women, or Black business women, I should say, this case is not just being watched by other people who have grants to give to Black women. This case is being watched by philanthropic organizations that want to give money to Black women, to Black mothers. Now you're going to have it set up where you cannot have a pot of money and say, this pot of money is specifically for single Black mothers. You're not going to be able to have that. That's what this case is about. This case is not only philanthropic organizations are watching it, venture capital funds are watching it, corporate entities are watching this case as well. And they're watching other cases. The only way you're going to navigate this, ladies, is through networking. So first of all, good morning to Kat Bravo. Good morning to T, saying, hello, Alice just got sued, stating it's discrimination against white women. Yes, and my understanding is that Hello, Alice lawsuit was, that specific one was overturned with regard to it favored Black women. So good morning, Level Up Single Mom. Good morning. Okay, we're going to read a little bit of this article. I'm only going to be here for a few minutes. I just want to share this with you and really say, ladies, be on your purpose with regards to your networking. I do not think the Fearless Fund, if it gets to the Supreme Court, I don't think they're going to win. So I read through the articles, and one of the things that they're saying is the guy, Ed Bloom. So Ed Bloom is the guy that funded the affirmative action lawsuit against Harvard and University of North Carolina. He's the guy that funded it. He was the guy that was behind that. Now he is the guy behind suing the Fearless Fund. And the law that he's using is our civil rights law. Our civil rights law that says that you cannot discriminate against anybody based on race when you are having private contracts. When you have a private contract, according to the Civil Rights Law of 1866, I think it is, you cannot discriminate against a person based on their race. This is what they're saying. The Fearless Fund is saying, well, it's our First Amendment to be able to have this grant program for Black women. And this is the third time that they've lost in court. It's either the second or third time. I think that they're going to, that Ed Blum and, the people who are saying this grant program is illegal, I honestly think if and when it gets up to the Supreme Court that they're going to win. So what does that going to affect? That means that any private contract that you have out there cannot specifically be for Black women. That means any government contract cannot be specifically for Black women. That means that you cannot have scholarships specifically for Black women. That means that you cannot have a shelter specifically for Black women, a homeless shelter specifically for Black women. These are the things that are coming down. I've been saying DEI's days are numbered. Actually, I didn't originally say it. There was a guy who said it in an article that we read. DEI's days are numbered. Black Girls Code, don't be surprised if Black Girls Code cannot exist anymore because of these things. Why am I saying this to you if you are looking to do things for yourself or if you're looking to do things for your kids? Nepo babies are going to be created because of your network as a parent. And it's not enough for you to just know other Black people or other Black women. You're going to have a multicultural network if you're going to raise a Nepo baby. You in college, young lady, you're going to need to have a multicultural network. Even if you're going to HBCUs, you're going to need to have a multicultural network. You, young professional lady, you're going to need to have a multicultural network. One of the soft skills you're desperately going to need in order to make it is your networking skills. So let's read through this article just a little bit here, and we are going to head out of here. So a U.S. Federal Court of Appeals panel suspended a venture capital firm's grant program for Black women business owners, ruling that a conservative group is likely to prevail in its lawsuit claiming that the program is discriminatory. The ruling against the Atlanta-based Fearless Fund is another victory for conservative groups waging a sprawling legal battle against corporate diversity programs that have targeted dozens of companies and government institutions. The case against the Fearless Fund was brought last year by the American Alliance for Equal Rights, a group led by Edward Blum, the conservative activist behind the Supreme Court case that ended affirmative action in college admissions. Ladies, I want to take you down to this here, because this is not all white people. And I want you to just make sure that you are not saying all white people do this, white people do that, all white people. No. I want you to read what I have highlighted here. The National Venture Capital Association, which is a trade group with hundreds of member VC firms, filed an amicus brief defending the Fearless Funds grant program as a quote, modest but important step towards creating equal opportunity in an industry that has historically excluded Black people. So, yes, Black women receive very, very, very few venture capital dollars. And this was a way for them to level the playing field a little bit by offering these dollars to Black women. I don't want us to do hashtag all because that's dangerous. I do want you to know that in order for you to make it with regards to this, you're going to have a multicultural network. So that's for me. That's it for me today. A little 10 minutes of morning brew. And I will see you ladies on the next video. Take care. Hit the like button on your way out.